Okay, now we have what I would call this a big game. You know, there's a little bit of rivalry here. We got the two gorditos here. You got Super Lamario against it reeks of W's. Hey, stop.
Which
You
is a
know,
terrible name because they started out with a loss.
it's a horrible name. It's just lazy. You know, it's lazy. I'm gonna say it. Also, it's lazy. But look, this is who I'm gonna call out here. Okay. For me, the play I'm calling out for Oscar's team is clear. Okay, it's got to be, oh, dude. You know what? It's Kyler Murray. That's your leader. That's who you drafted. Stop. You drafted because you want. He's a runner. He's a thrower. Yes, he doesn't have D Hop, but he can still do great. But that's what I'm calling out. Easy as that. Second, for Mako's team, you know, good players here. Najee ended up getting hurt. I'm calling Zeke. Do you agree? I feel like Zeke. I feel like it has to be. He has to prove it.
He
You know
has
what I
to.
mean?
Well, not only that, he just has to put the whole squad on his back now.
Yep.
100%.
Agreed. So that's my predictions. Okay, let's start out with the quarterbacks. You can start it off. Who do you think? What you got?
Well, so if they get J.K. Dobbins back, I think that's going to open a lot for Lamar, especially with a Miami defense that honestly didn't look too bad last week. They played pretty well, but at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson's trying to get paid. I think what he turned down like $200 million or whatever, 290. I think he turned down 290 million, upwards of over 200 million, which is an insane number. Like I don't even know, you know. But so I think he's gonna prove it, and yeah, and Kyler, like we know, it's beta weekend, it's new COD. He's part of Phase Clan, Phase Up. You can do it too.
I don't know if Oscy knows, bro. If
And he's
Oscy
playing
knows,
in Vegas. Because the event, I think, is the event in Vegas this weekend? I think
If
the
Vegas,
COD next
bro,
event is in
it's
Vegas.
GG.
I might be wrong. It might be LA, but I think it's in Vegas. It might be
I'm also
LA.
going to agree with you. Yes, Kyler Murray's projected more, but we all know projections don't mean a thing.
Nope.
I'm going Lamar. Right? I'm going Lamar. He put the team on his back. He can prove that he is that guy. So I'm going Lamar here. Kyler Murray's got to prove to me that he can do well right now. I don't think he's focused. It just hasn't been a good start. What did he end up with? I don't think he did horrible. Okay, he did 18 points. Damn, am I tripping? They just lost the game, right? I mean, shit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still going Lamar. So far,
No, I am
like
too.
Lamar.
I am too. I like that. This next one's a good one because
This next one's good
you
because
have
right now Nick Chubb looks like the second option in.
and Najee looks hurt. Like
Dude, Nick Chubb is like he's the third leading rusher in the NFL. That's what I mean. He's such a good running back, but fantasy wise, what like it's just crazy.
what did he end up with? How many points he end up with last week?
Dude, I think 12, 15. So yeah, he
Kareem
still
got, like,
did really well. But
28 or
imagine
some
if
shit
one
like
of those touchdowns were his and not, Kareem Hunt, right? He had 15 points. He rushed for 141 yards and 22 attempts. He only had one reception, one target. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. He's not like the Saquon where they're throwing to him and running with him. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit tough. But Najee's still hurt. I know he's playing.
No, he's hurt. He's hurt. Like
he's playing this week, but dude,
he
I
was
don't know,
limited
man.
today, and
I
he's
mean,
got the morning game in New England, so he was limited today. He has one more practice tomorrow. So we'll see.
I don't know, man. I think I like just Chubb.
And that offense is ass. That
Which
offense
one?
is so bad.
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh's, yeah, they're so bad with Trubisky there. Like that offense
Yeah.
is like think about it. Joe Burrow threw 4 interceptions last week, and they still almost lost.
Yeah.
It went into overtime, and it was a last second kick, literally a game-winning kick, last second in overtime to win that 23-20.
They don't have that quarterback in Pittsburgh, so I think Chubb only because I think the ankle with Harris. I just don't think he's playing 100%. He can still play at 80%.
And it's the Jets.
And it's the Jets too, but
Better
I think
matchup.
I'm going Chubb here.
No, I'm going Chubb here too. I like
because of the injury. The injury just does a lot for me.
I like Chubb here.
Next one, I can't believe Gibson is projected more than Zeke. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Gibson was starting or practicing with the kick return, right? But he goes off for 24 points. Oscy is just now wet that he was able to pick him up, right? And I mean, who doesn't? I wish I would have picked him up too. Here's what I think though. Cincinnati has a good defense, but I think right now in the meetings, they're saying, look, let's run the ball 40 times. Like I think Zeke's gonna get the ball a lot. I mean a lot.
I has to.
You have to run it through him, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's why I know Gibson's there, but dude, I think the plan just went from throwing to CD and using Dak. Let's run the ball 40 times and let's just Zeke. Dude, even Marco said this. Zeke rushed the ball. Dude, he had 10 attempts, 52 yards. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. What do you mean? Every two rushes, that's a first down. Like, I don't get why they do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of all over the place for me. But I'm going Zeke. You tell me what.
No, I think it's a prove it game. I think it's a prove it game for the Cowboys in general. It's against Cincinnati, so I mean, Cincinnati was in the Super Bowl last year. Like they're not, and especially with what happened last week, Joe Burrow's gonna do try to do some stuff. So I think the Bengals are gonna score. So it's up to Zeke completely to help open up the passing game because they're just gonna load the box, and if he doesn't do anything to scare him, they're just not gonna be able to pass the ball. I don't think because I don't even know who the backup is. Oh, it's Rush. Yeah, it's a prove it game for not only the Cowboys but for Zeke to see if he could put the team on his back and really see if what he was paid is deserved because he's
and I think,
his wait. So I saw this today. His like contribution to the cap for the Cowboys is more than all three backups of the Cowboys combined, which is a ton of money. Yeah. So
hell yeah.
I mean, they paid him. This is his time to prove it.
I want to see Gibson though do it again. Not saying give me 20 points because that's a lot. Give me like between 13 and 16, and that still puts me as a great number 2 RB. So if Gibson can do another 13 to 16 points, Oscar has a real one here. I just don't want it to be a fluke, right?
For sure.
So I think we agree with Zeke here. Now this one, I get that Keenan is out. But Keenan got injured early last week, and Mike Williams still literally had 1 reception, 2. Like, clearly, Michael Pittman is that dude in Indianapolis. And right now, I mean, I wish I had rankings of receivers. Right now, he's a top. He went for, 24 points? 27, my God. Yeah, he was up there with the Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupps, Jamar Chases. So he's probably a top 5 receiver in the NFL right now. It's a no-brainer. It is Michael Pittman. What do you think?
I mean, he balled out last week, and it's against the Jags. It looks like it might. Is that say it's gonna rain? Is that what that stuff is? The little things. I think it says gonna rain.
Yeah, it'll tell you if you're in the dome.
That's cool. Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna rain. In Jacksonville, we know when it pours in Florida, it pours. So if the weather is terrible, I'd go Mike. And tomorrow, he's the number 1 tomorrow. And as we know, KC against the Chargers always usually a high scoring game. So I feel like Mike for sure gets 1 touchdown. I think his stat line is gonna be like 1 touchdown, 120 yards. Damn. 7 receptions.
Williams?
Mm-hmm. I think with Keenan out, he's the number 1, and obviously we know that the KC defense kind of suspect. So I think he balls out. But
25-point game.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that So for Oscy.
I mean, you're saying that Pittman's gonna go over 25 then? Are we going Mike Williams?
I'm going Mike Williams. I'm saying if it rains in Jax like it says it's going to, I don't think they'll be able to throw as much. Obviously, Matt Ryan did not look great this week. This past week.
I mean, fantasy wise, the thing is this.
Yeah, 27. I get that, but if it rains and Matt Ryan didn't look great, I mean, obviously Matt Pittman, but Matt Ryan didn't look great. I think also Jonathan Taylor's gonna get a lot more of the ball. He didn't play great last week either, so I think they're trying to be more balanced in that sense, especially against a weak Jacksonville team that really didn't score much last week and had some few mistakes that cost them the game.
Okay. We'll come back to that one because it's tied. I just think until Mike Williams can prove it, show me. But right now, Pittman's that guy. So we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
You got Tyreek against Deontay. Now Deontay went for 12 points and Tyreek went for 18. That's a tough one, but I mean, I think I'm not saying that
you're on your phone.
I just think I'd rather have Tua right now. Baltimore's defense is nice and New England is
What's up, Oscy?
I don't know, man. I just got to go to Reek here. I do. I got to go to Tyreek here. I think it's not that it's not a no brainer, but I think I like Tyreek's. I do. I got to go Tyreek. I don't. There's not much to say because I think they're both the same style player. They're both fast. They're both kind of short kings. You know, they both do what they do. But I just think because Tyreek just gives you that explosion, he's just more explosive than Deontay. I got to go Tyreek here. That's just me.
Okay. Yeah, I like Tyreek here too. I mean, it's at Baltimore. I mean, like I said, that the Steelers defense or the Steelers offense is trash. So I think Tyreek kills the play here for sure.
Play. Okay. I like it. I like it there. Next we got Hawkinson against Ertz. Now, wow, Ertz is low, 9 points.
They know it's the beta week. They know it's beta week, bro.
Look, Washington's defense, not as good. Las Vegas defense, they're supposed to be good, but not that good either. Here's the thing, though. I think with the Lions, they're always going to be down, or it's going to be a high-scoring game because their defense really can't do well. So, like, I just think there's going to be more throwing options in Detroit. For me right now, Zach Ertz was supposed to be that dude. 11 points for a tight end is still really good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh man, that's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie.
That's like second tier tight end numbers, I think. Like
second tier tight end numbers. I wonder why the projection is so low. I wonder, that's a little bit weird.
They must have like a good linebacker core or a good nickel to put on him. I mean, they probably know. I mean, their projections are not always terrible. Sometimes they're off. Sometimes they have terrible games, but usually not terribly off.
Look, I'm just going based on guts here. I like. You know what? I like Zach Ertz, man. I do. I just think if Kyler Murray gets it down, that's got to be his guy. Play Ertz, bro. He's beating all safeties. I'm going big Ertz right here.
I agree with you. I'll go with you there because I mean, Washington's not that terrible of a defense. I think Jared Goff loves Hawkinson, but I think he wants to spread it out to his receivers much more than going to his tight end. So I like Zach Ertz playing the play here. But it does come down to Kyler figuring out that he should go to Zach Ertz. Like I think just Kyler likes to go deep. He wants to show off that he has the arm strength with how small he is, and I think he likes to go deep. But I think he needs to learn to just be able to dump it to Zach. And Zach's very sure-handed. He's not gonna get you a ton of yak, but he's very sure-handed in that sense.
Yeah. I like that. So we go big Ertz. Now this next one, clearly it's a no-brainer because
it's a no-brainer here.
Starter. Here's the thing though too. If you saw the game last week, they were playing in the middle of a tornado.
Oh it was bad.
It was bad, right? Now I know A.J. Dillon got the 20 points. I get it, and I know he did what people say he's gonna do and split the rock. Can you go back to back? That's like starting one running back numbers. I don't know. I think Debo, especially, as long as it's a little rainy, not as bad. I think Debo comes out and gets you another 18, 20 points. I think so. That's a great trade by Oscy. He upgraded his team quite a bit. He's got Debo, Tyreek, so because A.J. Dillon's not a true starter, I just can't give it to him. I got to go Debo here. That's just me.
And like you said before when we were talking about Aaron Jones, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to want to be like, I want to stick with my good players. Like we saw after that deep ball how pissed he was that Christian Watson couldn't catch anything. That should have been an 80-yard play or whatever it was. Like that was a deep ball for a touchdown.
So waste of a pick, man.
Yeah, in the second round too. But yeah, I think it's Debo here all the way. I don't think it's and in another divisional and Chicago has a pretty good D line.
So we're going Lamar, Nick Chuba, Zeke.
We were split here. I think Mike goes off for like 27 points.
Then we have Tyreek, we both went on Ertz, and then we went Debo. So here's the thing.
What's the projection at? Should we flip a coin?
We can't flip a coin, but here's what I'm going to do because we're here. I have Marcos winning from Pittman. You have Oscy winning because of Mako. So on behalf of the predictions organization, congratulations to Mako, a.k.a. Super Lamario, on the dub. Now, on behalf of the other organization, Mako.
Congratulations to Oscy with the dub.
It's going to come down to the big receivers who can actually ball out. We shall see. Big game tomorrow for Oscy and Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pittman goes off for 30 against a bum Jacksonville D.
If Mike Williams doesn't do anything, Oscy's chalked.
Agreed. If Mike Williams doesn't get more than 13 points, he's losing to Pittman. Throwing it out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's Matt Ryan's number one target. There's no doubt about that.
So
Herbert spreads it out. We saw that with last week. Oscy was pissed that DeAndre Carter got 2 touchdowns or got something close to that. If he spreads it out, yeah, it's chalked for Mike Williams. But with Keenan being out, I think it's going to be a good time for a big game by him and against a good KC team that needs to that they both need to score. Like KC needs to score and the Chargers need to score. So
agreed. Perfect. Well, congrats Mako and me. Congrats Oscar through Ako.